Hi everyone, I'm Charlene from So Dressmaking and welcome to day 2 of my Flor top sew along. So yesterday we went through, or day 1 we went through getting all the pattern pieces ready and the adjustments that I made to the pattern. Then today we are going to start putting the bodice together. So it is just going to be the shoulder seams, the princess seams down the front, the side seams, and then attaching the binding to the neckband. So let's get started. So I have sewn all my shoulder seams with a 1.5 centimeter or 5/8 of an inch seam allowance. Then next thing to do will be start pinning the princess seams together. Just checking not just yet. So seams are all pressed flat there as well. So I'm going to start pinning this, obviously taking care to get all my notches matched up, so that I'm going to have a nice smooth seam here. So I have my princess seams all done and pressed them there. As you've seen, I used the tailor's ham to get a nice clean press around the bust here, and I think you can see there how it is actually really sort of sitting out, which will help with the shape of it. So the next thing I'm going to do, well, what I forgot to say was that this fabric is a Lady McElroy cotton lawn. It's the hydrangea print, and yeah, I just absolutely love it. And it has been provided for a blog post for Minerva. So yeah, I have used the same fabric to make my bias tape. I've made quite a lot because I will probably use this now for a lot of projects because I just think it is beautiful. So I am going to start pinning this on and share with you a few wee tips along the way. So as I am pinning the binding on, what you want to do is, so obviously if you really stretch it, it will go narrower, but as you're pinning it, you just want to apply a wee bit of tension to the binding, and then that way it will help the neckline to sit flat. Obviously that is really important up here around the shoulder and the back neck, because you have this curve and you want this part here to sit nice and flat when you have it all turned in. The other thing that you can do is to press your binding, so kind of get it lined up to where the curve is going to be and give it a press so that it stays in that curved sort of shape there. So we'll start pinning this on now. So that is us for day 2. Obviously, if you are working from the original pattern, before you sew your princess seams, you're going to gather up your ruffle and put that in, sandwich that in between, but I'm going to be leaving that part out. So that is the bodice of my wrap all put together. Just pin it here in the middle. So as you can see, so that is it there. I am really happy with how this is shaping up. I'm going to have a wee try on now, make sure the fit and all is okay. Then, so if you're also doing the sleeveless version at this stage, you'll need to sew your bias around the armholes as well. Using the same method, it's all very well detailed in the instructions. One thing I'll say is just be really careful as you're you know, sewing around the curves. Make sure that you're really stretching that binding so that your arm neckline and armhole are all going to sit nice and flat. And yeah, so that is us all done. And really make use of your iron, steam, and if you have any pressing tools like a tailor's ham, make sure you use that as well, because it really does help get a better finish. So day 3 we will be attaching the waistband. Again, if you're making the dress version of this, you will be also attaching your skirt, so you can get all those pieces ready following the instructions. I think the instructions tell you to get the side seams and everything all overlocked first, and there's pockets as well, so there's all that to do as well. If you're not making the top version, if you're making the dress, you need to get the skirt pieces ready too. So that's it for today. Thank you all so much for following along, and I will chat to you all soon. Bye.